The fire marshal's office has released the names of all of the people injured and still undergoing treatment from that Sears fire.
Among them are members of the Robbins family. Co-owner and vice president of the Robbins Mill, Catherine Robbins Halstead, says Jim, Alden, and Lily Robbins are getting care at Massachusetts General Hospital's Burn Center. Mill employee Thomas Wolfe is also hospitalized. Searsmont Fire's Assistant Chief Wayne Woodbury, Searsmont EMS Chief Sarah Tompkins, Belmont Northport firefighter Catherine Page, and Montville firefighter Jacob Spalding are all also hospitalized. Now, yesterday, our crew in Searsmont saw that the ATF and the fire marshal's office had the entrance to the Robbins Mill closed as they do their investigation. Investigators say they have conducted 50 interviews so far on scene. They have also been seen surveying what's left of the mill to reverse engineer the buildings that are now gone. We have also confirmed that Searsmont lost one of its fire engines, and Belmont and Appleton each lost fire tankers in Friday's fire and explosion. We are expected to get another briefing on the situation and the whole investigation this afternoon.
The Searsmont and surrounding communities are rallying around those impacted by the deadly fire at Robbins Lumber. They've given everything from food to time to monetary donations. Ryan Bell has more on who's been pitching in and how you can take part as well.
I first heard about it probably within an hour of the initial call to the plant for the fire, and responded by driving over there.
Searsmont Selectman Pete Milanazzo says he witnessed countless firefighters rushing toward the chaos Friday.
There's a lot of smoke, a lot of flames, a lot of first responders reporting to the fire.
As the dust settles Monday, support for those who put their lives on the line is mounting.
The outpouring of support from folks wanting to do something has been tremendous.
Numerous online fundraisers are set up for individual victims and their families, but Milanazzo says Searsmont is creating its own fund.
Well, there's a lot of GoFundMe pages out there, and I'm sure most every single one of them is legit. There's always the possibility of one not being legitimate.
Proceeds will go directly to things like medical bills and travel costs for the victims. Elsewhere, the Maine Strong Memorial Foundation is an online source taking donations. On Monday, Hammond Lumber donated $100,000.
They respond on our worst days, so we need to respond on their worst day.
In Waldo County, numerous businesses are also lending a hand. Whitney Brown owns a home bakery in Belmont. She's giving all proceeds to local fire departments.
These are our family members, our friends, our neighbors, our coworkers. They're hurting.
Doing all she can to bring her neighbors something sweet during a difficult time.
Cookies don't make things better, but they can help.
And bringing an already tight-knit community even closer.
I think it's really amazing that people are coming together and they're supporting every way they can.
We ask so much of so few, and so few do so much for us that it's just incredibly heartwarming.
That was our Ryan Bell reporting. The Searsmont Select Board did vote last night to officially create that fund for firefighters and their families. Town officials are also deciding today whether or not they want to partner with the Maine Strong Memorial Foundation to help funnel those online donations. Also, we're told the Maine Department of Labor is working with Robbins Lumber to help those workers that might have been impacted by the fire.
All right, well, Mainers will be heading to the polls in just a few weeks now, 3 weeks to be exact, to decide who will get the party nominations in several races.
So that includes the Maine governor and those looking to unseat Senator Susan Collins. Leah Stapleton joining us now with a look at the field and some reminders for voters out there. Hey, Leah.
Hey, good morning. So the June primary election is on Tuesday, June 9th. On the ballot this year, Senator Susan Collins is the only Republican running as she looks to keep her seat. Her challengers, Democrats Graham Plattner and David Costello. As for the race for Maine governor, Democrats Shenna Bellows, Troy Jackson, Angus King III, Hannah Pingree, and Narav Shah are vying for their party's nomination. Republicans running include Jonathan Bush, Robert Charles, David Jones, Garrett Mason, Owen McCarthy, Benjamin Midgley, and Robert Wessels. Now, Chief Deputy Secretary of State for Maine, Kate McBride, says Maine has a semi-open primary, adding when it's time to head to the polls or when requesting an absentee ballot, you can pick which party you want to vote for.
Which means if you are a registered voter registered to a specific party. If you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, if you're a Green Independent, if you're a Libertarian, that's the primary that you vote in. You get the ballot for that party. But if you are unenrolled, which means you're a registered voter, but you haven't enrolled in a party, you actually get to choose which ballot you vote with.
There are also several independent candidates running for governor in Maine. They will not be on the June 9th primary election, but they'll be on the ballot in November. Now, you have until June 4th to request an absentee ballot from the state. Those need to be with the clerk by 8 p.m. on Election Day, which is when polls close. I'm Leanne Stapleton for News Center Maine.